Hey everybody, welcome back to more Let's Play Minecraft. I realized I turned on the music last time. Way too fucking loud also, by the way. But I just, turned the music on last video, and then it didn't play once. So, here's a video where it does play. I guess a lot of Minecraft creators have the music off because of copyright, apparently. But, I mean, I don't have to worry about monetization. Like, my videos don't get enough views or watch time at all to get monetized. I think in order to get monetized, you need 4,000 watch hours in the last year. And my videos are, more than 3 times less than that is about what they usually have. So, subscriber-wise, at least as of May 5th, 2025, I have, 300 and... There's actually been a lot of people subscribing, so I'm losing track, but I think it's 330 or something. I could look. I already forget, because I don't care, but I don't know, it's kind of relevant. Yeah, 337, I guess, is what we're looking at. And actually, you can't see because of my webcam. 3 minutes, the next video goes up. The live episode right now is 665. I'm building the squid tank still. Man, good times, good times. Not really, I was kind of depressed, but I mean, that's the story of my life. You can't just be like, this one part of my life was not good because of depression. The whole thing is defined by it, which is more of a personal problem than it is an actual sociological problem. I mean, it is a sociological problem, but it's determined exclusively by my inability and mostly refusal to deal with it. At a certain point, your mental illness becomes a responsibility, and if you do not choose to take care of your mental health, then that's kind of on you. And it is mostly, if not all, caused by your environment, of course, but at the same time, your shitty situation is not going to get better if you don't try to make it better. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to make people who are in bad situations feel bad. I'm right there with you. I do not have the strength to get over the weaknesses inside me. They're too tall a mountain for me to assail. I lack the strength to actually defeat my depression, or whatever it is. I would say depression, yeah. I lack the powers to deal with it. I don't have the tools. But I know of its existence. Which is, at that point, it's like, if anyone's seen Rick and Morty, I mean, I've watched 2 episodes, I'm kind of like the dad character, where, there's these creatures called the Meeseeks or whatever in this box that you hit the button and they'll show up and help you with anything that you want. And the dad character asks the Meeseeks box to take 2 swings off of his golf, improve his golf swing by 2. But no amount of Meeseeks can ever solve that problem if he himself doesn't do the work or listen to them. So it's it was a very fascinating, very self-reflective episode of Rick and Morty. And I've only seen 2 episodes. I've seen episode 1, which was weird. It's a very strange show. And I don't know what episodes the Meeseeks box episode is. I just know that it's my friend Oscar's favorite episode, so he showed me that one. And you can see why. It's very funny, but also very existential, like I mentioned. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, does it matter whether I do anything or triumph over anything? Not really. I mean, I am completely insignificant. Whether I solve my depression or not, the heat death of the universe is still lying just around the corner. And my perspective of a human being might make that seem insurmountably large, unimaginably large, in like a time frame sort of thing. But I recognize that my lifespan is very short. It's in my life. I would say my lifespan is shorter than the age of the universe is long. Existing for 70 years on average, if you're lucky, is kind of nothing. And it makes me sad. I wish I could see where everything is headed. But at the end of the day, we're all so insignificant. We don't get to make those decisions. We just kind of exist without our own consent, because consent was never the point. We're all just kind of here because, I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I don't really, like, it seems like that's a thing that a lot of people that I meet are always concerned about, is like the meaning of life, or like where it all came from. But I've never really questioned it. I mean, I've answered the question when people ask me, but I've never, like, on my own been like, oh, I wonder why I exist. I wonder if there's a God. I don't know, man. That kind of thing is like, it's a question you're never going to get an answer to, so what's the point of asking it? To ask a question you know there's no answer to, like, insinuates a certain level of arrogance that I myself don't subscribe to. I may be a psychopath narcissist. Well, not really a psychopath. I may be a narcissist, but I at least try to be realistic with my mental illness. This is a weird episode. Placing dirt blocks while lamenting on my own insignificance. That is a great title. Oh my god. I wonder how long it's going to take to get all the skulk to place down there. Oh, it's nighttime again. We're already almost to like 10 years in Minecraft. Day 3,384, dude. Pretty insane. I only placed one grass block, because yeah, I figured this exact thing would happen. Like, I would take so long to place all the dirt that the grass would have plenty of time to spread. Worked out perfectly. Get my Russian doll that puts all the other stuff inside of themselves, and we're off. We're off to the races. What was even my reasoning for enjoying Let's Playing? Because I feel like I've changed a lot recently, and I don't really understand why. I haven't really cared about things very much. Usually I have goals that I strive for a very specific reason, but at least recently I haven't cared as much. Because what is a goal except for an excuse to feel motivated to accomplish something that means nothing? And all of the goals that I've cared about recently have been kind of based around watching numbers go up and then pretending like that means something personal about me. Like, oh, the more YouTube videos I have, or the more games I complete, those two things are kind of what determine my value on this planet. But I guess in the last 3 months, I've realized that I matter more than that. There's people that actually are glad that I exist, and I don't have to pretend other things mean my existence is good. Other people have kind of convinced me, I guess, that I have some value on this earth, which is kind of hilarious that my self-worth, as it goes up, my desire to play video games 14 hours a day goes down. It's kind of like, I forget which podcast it was, but my dad linked it to me, and he was like, oh, this is kind of interesting, and then I was like, okay, cool, I'll watch it. And it was the dude, the actor in the Old Spice commercials, and he was talking about how he had a porn addiction that was really bad, and he would watch porn for 12 hours a day or something. And the solution to porn addiction is very unconventional, because it's like, unlike other addictions where it's like, oh, caffeine makes my head not hurt, and it also tastes really good most of the time. I mean, maybe some people like the taste of coffee, and it depends what kind of intake you have for caffeine. But anyway, those kinds of addictions, they're a lot easier to solve, or like not easier in the traditional sense, I guess, but like they're a lot less complex. Like a porn addiction, you don't really solve it by getting rid of the porn or like not being as horny. It's kind of like the solution to porn addiction is fixing your entire life, because being unhappy with your life just kind of leads to porn addiction. And I forget what the guy said after that, but that did resonate with me. It's not like, I mean, I don't have a porn addiction, but I will say that it is one of the few things in my life that I like. I don't really enjoy a whole lot. Not a whole lot of things make me happy anymore. I'm very sad all the time, or at best I feel neutral. Right now I'm having a good time, I'd say, talking about life and placing dirt blocks in Minecraft. Very, very fun time, I will say. I'm enjoying myself right now. But, I don't really do anything, and that leads to a pretty unsatisfying existence. Just because I think my life doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of the universe doesn't mean that I have to be sad all the time. And that used to be the case. I used to be sad because I just played the same games over and over again, and I didn't try anything new. And that kind of led down a rabbit hole of thought where I was like, do I even like video games? Or are they just a excuse for me to insert my delusions of my own self-worth, because, oh, I can complete them, and now I mean more because I've beaten like X amount of games, and here's my footage on YouTube to prove it. Like, does that actually mean I'm worth more because I've completed more games? I mean, there's no right answer, but even more than that, do you actually like the games, or are they just a tool for you to do that? Okay, not really sure there's an answer to that question. Let's go even deeper. Do you like games that you're playing over and over again intrinsically? Like, do you enjoy those games because you think they're good games, or do you enjoy those games because you played them as a kid and you're just feeling comforted by the memories that you associate with the game rather than enjoying the game itself? And you know what? Let's go even deeper than that. Do you enjoy certain games for a certain reason other than you played those games as your frontal lobe in your cortex and cerebrum and whatever was developing when you were 4.5 years old, and now that's like your interests developed based on the games you played, so of course you're going to like those games? Does that just mean that there is no individuality at all? Does that just mean that things happen because of X and Y and not because you decided them yourself? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Everyone just take a deep breath. And I think there's a lot of truth to all of that, but that doesn't have to take away from the fact that you still enjoy stuff. I enjoy Minecraft for a lot of reasons, but mostly because of one reason, because it means I can make a shitload of YouTube videos. Not really, actually. The more I play, the more this world gets developed, the more I actually find that I enjoy being here in the world. My immersion is increasing. My immersion is improving. I'm enjoying being in Minecraft the more time I put into this world, which is really cool character development, because I remember bashing Minecraft a lot earlier in the series for being a game that has horrible immersion. So it's definitely food for thought. speaking of food, I'm starving to death, and it's been 15 minutes, so I'm going to go eat these burritos that I made and didn't expect to record this video. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this, and see you later. Have a great day.